has similar features. Riders say these attacks are a good reminder to stay alert.
I should probably do more. It's just so much part of the culture, especially living in the city, that I don't think about it anymore.
Carter Evans, CBS News, San Francisco.
While Uber is ready to roll out a new service, the rideshare service can now help get you to your doctor's appointments on the provider's dime. Now, every year, millions of Americans miss medical appointments because they don't have transportation. The missed appointments cost the medical system more than $150 billion a year. So Uber Health is partnering with healthcare providers to schedule rides for patients. More than 100 healthcare organizations are already on board. The news continues after the break with Darren and Jennifer.
Spafford & Sons is a family-owned and operated company that was established in 1946. There's still 3 generations of Williams in the Spafford & Sons family today. We take great pride in the fact that we use only premier products in all of our systems, such as WaterSoft, water conditioning equipment, and softeners. Whether you're in need of a water well, pump repair, or a geothermal heating and cooling system, you can rely on Spafford & Sons as your professional.
What's the advantage of using the Advantage card from Price Chopper and Market 32? How about thousands of deals and thousands of low prices? Like this weekly special, 6-ounce containers of fresh blueberries or blackberries, just $1.99. And 24 packs of Pepsi, $3.99 each when you buy 3, with coupon and card. Enjoy these savings and thousands more. The Advantage card. Everyone loves to save at Price Chopper and Market 32.
Looking for new ways to enhance your home? Tune in to No Place Like Home at 8:59 every Sunday morning in March, right on this station. No Place Like Home offers expert guidance on everything from selecting lighting to how to get started on your bathroom remodel. Plus, you can tune in anytime to see your No Place Like Home videos at frankweb.com/dream. No Place Like Home is brought to you by Frank Webb Home.
Weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 3.
Tighter gun restrictions in Vermont.
We are not responsible for having the blood of the next 4 innocent victims on our hands.
Lawmakers rush to get new rules on the books.
More national retailers stop selling assault weapons.
They do a knee-jerk reaction.
So what about local shops?
Campaign countdown in the Burlington mayor's race. Tonight, we profile Moreau Weinberger.
Over the last 6 years, we've come so far as a city. Let's keep moving forward.
And a super senior who fell in love after a food fight.
He didn't like me.
He didn't like you?
He said we can't say it on television, what he thought I was.
Meet Thelma tonight on the Channel 3 News.
From WCAX, first in news, this is the Channel 3 News.
And thank you for joining us at 6. Gun control legislation clears a hurdle today in Montpelier.
The Senate has approved legislation requiring background checks for the private sale of firearms. It's the second day in a row they have advanced new restrictions on guns.
Political reporter Neil Goswami watched the debate unfold today and joins us live from the State House.
Darren and Jennifer, the idea has been locked up in committee for years, but it hit the Senate floor today thanks to the shifting landscape since a teenager was arrested for plotting to attack Fairhaven Union High School.
Senator White.
Yes.
By a 17-13 margin, the Senate passed an amendment Thursday expanding the state's background check system. Under the bill, the private transfer of a weapon, including sales, trades, or gifts, will require a federal background check, just like purchases from a federally licensed firearms dealer.
Will this new, more comprehensive background check require a little bit more, from Vermont gun owners? Yes.
Senator Debbie Ingram says there's nothing wrong with that.
What we're doing, I think, at worst, is inconveniencing people.
There are exceptions. Transfers to a law enforcement agency are exempt from the requirement, as are transfers to military and law enforcement personnel and immediate family. Senators debated the idea for nearly 2 hours, with passionate arguments made on both sides. Senator John Rogers says the law can't be enforced and will create criminals of otherwise law-abiding citizens. He blamed the federal government for the country's gun violence.
Our federal government currently would rather give tax breaks to corporations and millionaires and billionaires than to cover the health care, including mental health and drug treatment for Americans.
Senator Joe Benning faulted gun rights advocates and opponents for inflaming passions, making it harder to find appropriate solutions.
We are not responsible, despite some of the messages that we've been getting, for having the blood of the next poor innocent victims on our hand.
Republican Governor Phil Scott opened the door to universal background checks after a mass school shooting in Florida 2 weeks ago, and a foiled plot here in Vermont. Aides say he remains open to the idea. House leaders say they plan to follow the Senate's lead and pass the measure too.
We will be taking up universal background checks in the House, and there is support for that.
But NRA lobbyist Darren Goins says the group will continue to fight against it.
Well, our message is certainly in Vermont is that the laws here are working. The gun laws are working. There's not an absence of gun laws here.
Tomorrow, the Senate continues its work on gun laws, seeking final passage of background checks and debating whether to raise the age for firearm purchases to 21. Reporting live at the State House, Neil Goswami, Channel 3 News.
And the gun law debate isn't just happening at the State House. Major corporations are starting to change their policies on gun sales.
Connor Cyrus spoke to a local gun shop owner who had a different take on the debate. He joins us with reaction, new at 6.
The gun shop I spoke to says it's not worried about the recent changes some corporations have made about gun sales, and they say the debate should start with education. Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, and the Kroger-owned Fred Meyer stores have all changed their policies on gun purchases. Walmart and Fred Meyer will not sell guns to anyone under the age of 21. Dick's is no longer selling any assault-style rifles like the AR-15. People we spoke with outside of Dick's said they support the company's decision.
I think that's a good idea, meaning younger people hopefully won't be tempted.
I think it's very good. I think it should be 21 years old to buy a gun.
This is a pretty standard hunting gun.
But we spoke with a local gun store owner who is not convinced these new corporate policies will have any effect on his overall gun sales.
They do a knee-jerk reaction. They try to get their public opinion up, so people continue to shop there.
Walmart stopped selling assault-style weapons, also known as modern sporting rifle, back in 2015 after public opinion and 300,000 signatures forced them to look at policy.
Actually, your magazine release is on either side.
Perro's Gun Shop doesn't think they'll see an uptick or a loss in business.
The people who shop at Dick's and Walmart aren't really passionate Second Amendment sportsman people. They tend to be bargain hunters.
Perro's Gun Shop sells all types of guns, anything from a handgun to a hunting rifle to a modern sporting rifle.
This firearm here is the same federal definition as those firearms over there.
We asked his opinion on the universal background check amendment under debate in the State House. He thinks the current background checks are enough and that background checks for private sales are not necessary.
Because it's been going on for 200 years and there's really nothing in Vermont, there's no crime statistics that I can see or find or anybody can produce that says this is a problem.
Perro is correct that Vermont does have a low gun violence rate, but supporters of universal background checks argue that without more regulations, it's impossible to know whether guns sold in private sales in Vermont end up in other states with higher crime rates. Darren?
Connor, thank you.
Background checks also a hot topic on the federal level right now. President Trump tweeted this morning he thinks stronger background checks are needed. This after a bipartisan meeting yesterday where he said he would support taking guns from the mentally ill.
Take the guns first, go through due process second.
I think there was a lot of excitement afterwards that he might actually lead on this, and we need that.
Meanwhile, in Florida, Governor Rick Scott says he wants significant law enforcement at every school in the state, part of his $500 million plan to improve school safety and mental health.
New England is bracing for heavy rain, hurricane-strength winds, and major coastal flooding from a massive storm set to hit tomorrow and Saturday. The powerful nor'easter could become a so-called bomb cyclone, which occurs when there is a rapid drop in atmospheric pressure. The area experienced a similar storm in early January. But what's it mean for us? Sharon's here now. Sharon, what do you know?
Well, definitely the worst of this storm is going to be going across the southern parts of New England and not in our area. We are beginning to see some clouds moving in from the southwest. That is the leading edge of that storm system, which is now moving through the Ohio Valley, across Pennsylvania, and it's going to continue to track towards the east. Now, as we just saw, they are expecting some pretty treacherous conditions across southern parts of New England and right along the New England coast. That is not going to be the case for us. We are not expecting it to be quite that bad. Here's the low pressure system. By tomorrow morning, we're looking for some snow to be spreading across parts of New York State into some of the southern and central parts of Vermont. Some of the eastern areas are likely to be finding a bit of a mix with rain across many southern parts of New England. Where you see the yellow, that's where heavy rain is expected to be falling. And then as the low reaches the coast, the winds are going to be picking up. It is going to be pulling that storm system around and down to the south. So we will see drying conditions from the northeast into the southern areas. Now, for what we're expecting for snowfall amounts, it is all over the place. 5 to 10 inches is possible down here in some of the southern counties of Vermont, not east of the Green Mountains, likely to be considerably less with some rain there. That's going to be affecting the snowfall amounts there. We're also expecting 3 to 5 inches across northern parts of New York, away from the Champlain Valley, and this is where some of the heaviest snow is going to be, 6 to 12 inches in central and some of the central and western parts of New York State. Now, I'm going to be back a little bit later on. We're going to be talking more about this storm system that's heading our way. It is going to be quieting down over the weekend. And was this the warmest February on record? We know it was very warm. That and your Max Advantage 7-day forecast coming up.
Commuter alert right now. A sinkhole is causing traffic trouble in Colchester. The transportation agency blocked off a spot on Route 15 near St. Michael's College. It's down to a single lane there until that problem is fixed. A scary scene in Northfield, New Hampshire after police say a drunk driver slammed into a house. Take a look. It happened at around 9 o'clock last night. A 51-year-old woman sitting in her living room was taken to the hospital and treated for minor injuries. After this happened, the driver, Tanya Duquette, was trapped in her car until police could rescue her. The crash happening on her 42nd birthday. She was charged with driving drunk.
A Colchester man is accused of sexually assaulting a teenage girl he knew. Police say it happened last August at Airport Park in Colchester, but he was charged today. They say 25-year-old Tyler Marchant Maynard forced the girl to have oral sex with him. She was just 14 years old. Those charges could land him behind bars for up to 20 years if he's convicted. A Linden woman is facing child cruelty charges. Police say 20-year-old Sierra Sawyer gave a baby alcohol. The child was brought to the hospital. Luckily, the 13-month-old is doing fine. Sawyer will be in court next month. Police say a pair of school threats from a Champlain Valley Union High School student turned out to be hoaxes. Investigators tell us they searched a Shelburne teen's home today. That search did not turn up any evidence to indicate there was a credible threat against CVU. They say the threats happened on social media about a week apart, starting February 15th. The 15-year-old boy was placed under supervision during that investigation.
Barrie police are warning people about an especially bad batch of drugs. They say there have been 7 overdoses in the city area in the last week. Right now, they don't know what the drugs are or any specific packaging for people to look out for. One of the overdoses was fatal. Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign paying nearly $15,000. The civil penalty settles a complaint that the campaign accepted services from volunteers with Australia's Labor Party. That's not allowed under federal election law. The campaign says it settled the complaint with the Federal Election Commission in order to avoid an expensive fight, but does not believe any rules were broken.
Amtrak CEO is clarifying his position about the future of train service throughout our region. Yesterday, we told you Amtrak was considering pulling service from the Green Mountains since its Vermonter line is not equipped with technology that can prevent some crashes by automatically stopping trains before impact. Today, New Hampshire Senator Maggie Hassan asked Amtrak CEO if there was a way the company could address safety without taking the critical Vermonter line out of service. He says Amtrak is now looking at lower cost fixes.
And we have a R&D project underway at Amtrak to determine whether we can use technologies from Europe that don't require as much trackside investment, but would give us speed restrictions and signal location.
He went on to say there may also be other mitigation efforts possible, like slow speeds coming up on switches and requiring the conductor in so-called dark areas to ride in the front of the cab. Coming up, Burlington's mayor wants 3 more years in office.
And he's making his final pitch to voters.
Over the last 6 years, we've come so far as a city. Let's keep moving forward.
Our campaign countdown continues tonight.
More trouble for Equifax. Millions of customers at risk. Why that massive data breach may have been worse than we thought.
Pay cuts for farmers in New York's North Country. Why they're going to lawmakers for help.
We need to get stabilization in pricing for them. But on the state level, we are going through the budget right now.
For the first time this season, positive flu news. We'll tell you where fewer cases of influenza are popping up.
And a Paralympian set to make his mark in South Korea. Sports director Mike McCune has the interview you don't want to miss. Coming up.
Looks like you're not sleeping well.
Yeah. How did you know? Hey, Megan! What?
Hey, you're that guy.
The My Pillow guy.
That's right, and I'm here to help you get the best sleep of your lives. Oh, you have a down pillow. Here's the problem with down pillows. You lay there, you feel comfortable, and guess what? It goes down, and you got one bent neck. So this pillow's no good, and I see you sleeping on memory foam.
Right.
Well, I'll show you what's wrong with that idea.
Okay.
Sleep's all about too high or too low, and I'm going to show you where your comfort level would be.
So, you know, that feels better.
Right, that's better, but I'm not going to sit and hold this all day. So every morning you're getting up like, you know, it's not good. Just like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. I had tried every pillow out there and none of them worked. That's why I invented My Pillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck aligned. My Pillow will hold its shape all night long, regardless of your sleep position, for the best sleep of your life.
It feels great to wake up in the morning and feel well rested. It's shocking to me that a pillow could make this big of a difference in my life.
I make all my pillows in my home state of Minnesota, and I back them with my 60-day money-back guarantee. My Pillow has a 10-year warranty, and it's machine washable and dryable. Sleep is one of the most important things to your health, and My Pillow is one of the most important things to your sleep.
Call or go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code and save over 50% with Mike's 4-pack. You'll get 2 My Pillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. It's one of his best offers ever.
You're sleeping better.
Much better.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Are you the type who buys a truck for all-terrain or all-terrain?
Hold on tight, fellas. It's gonna get bumpy.
Uh-oh. Toyota Tacoma, the authentic 4x4 with multi-terrain select, a GoPro mount, and a reinforced composite bed.
Yeah! Woo!
The all-terrain Toyota Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
Burlington's incumbent mayor is asking Queen City voters for 3 more years in office when they go to the polls on town meeting day on Tuesday.
Weinberger is a Democrat. He's 48 years old. Before becoming mayor, he was a real estate developer. He has degrees from both Yale and Harvard. He is seeking his 3rd 3-year term in office. Ike Ben David talked with the mayor about his quest for re-election.
That over the last 6 years, we've come so far as a city. Let's keep moving forward.
Mayor Moreau Weinberger first was elected mayor of Burlington in 2012. If you ask him, the city is in a much better place than it was when he first took office.
We're in a very different place than we are today.
The native Vermonter says he's proud of getting the city's credit rating back to an A, along with resolving the Burlington Telecom scandal and making progress on the housing shortage.
We have preserved or created more than 300 permanently affordable homes for low-income families and low-income seniors, and we have many hundreds more that are on tap for the future.
Weinberger hopes to continue other projects he has already started, like a voter-approved plan to improve sidewalks, streets, and water lines.
We will continue to implement that on my watch over the next 3 years.
He also wants to finish other projects that he started, like improving the city's parks and bike path and becoming a net zero energy city.
You know, in the last 3 years, we were the first city in the country to source 100% of its electricity from renewable sources. We're doubling down on that, and we are going to continue to be a leader on the environment over the next 3 years.
Weinberger's critics say he has favored big development projects like the redevelopment of the town center mall over the needs of the average citizens. The mayor defends those projects as critical to the city's economic health.
Reflecting on where we were versus where we are now, we were on the cusp of having hundreds of our jobs leave the downtown.
Weinberger asked for 3 more years, but it's up to the people of Burlington to decide on Tuesday. Reporting in Burlington, Ike Ben David, Channel 3 News.
We profiled Karina Driscoll last night. There's a third candidate in the race. We've been trying to line up an interview with Infinite Colcleasure, but after numerous emails and phone calls to Colcleasure and his campaign, they have not made the candidate available for an interview.
Farmers in Clinton County say they're struggling with low milk prices. They told us right now it costs more to make milk than they get from selling it. Since 2014, milk prices have steadily dropped from $24 per 100 pounds of milk to $16. They have asked lawmakers if there's anything they can do to help, and lawmakers from our region say they're listening.
We need to get stabilization in pricing for them, but on the state level, we are going through the budget right now. There are a lot of agricultural items that weren't in the executive budget. We're fighting for them in the Assembly. I'm fighting for them in the Assembly.
Next week, the Farm Bureau plans to head to Albany to see what the state can do. Now to an update on efforts to get broadband to rural parts of the North Country. Today, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced nearly $66 million in grants. All told, more than 33,000 homes and other locations will get high-speed internet from the latest round of grants through 10 projects. Several of the towns receiving money are in Clinton, Essex, and Franklin counties.
A renovated hospital in the North Country opened its new emergency department today. Moses Ludington Hospital in Ticonderoga used more than $9 million in grant money to do it. It's 4 times the size of the old emergency department with new rooms, beds, and wings. The hospital also updated the ambulance bay. They're partnering with larger hospitals for patients who need surgery.
Many of the rural facilities are concentrating on high-quality local outpatient services, and then through affiliation and relationships for the high-end surgeries rely upon their partner institutions within a larger network.
Down the road, the hospital hopes to add primary care, a mental health facility, and even senior housing. Finally, some relief from the flu, at least in the Empire State. Health officials say cases dropped last week for the first time this winter. They also say hospitalizations from the flu dropped for the 3rd straight week. 5 kids have died from the virus in New York this year.
Did you dodge last year's massive Equifax data breach? Not so fast. The company now says that breach was worse than they thought. Equifax discovered another 2.4 million Americans who had their names and driver's license numbers exposed. The company said it will notify the newly discovered victims and offer free identity theft protection and credit monitoring. The credit monitoring agency previously said hackers exposed information of 145 million people. That included social security numbers, driver's license numbers, and addresses.
Still ahead, from serving his country to representing his country, we talked to a former Navy SEAL getting ready for the Paralympics.
Plus, the controversial comments that made one college coach that cost him his job.
Well, we know that it's been a very mild month last month, but was it the warmest February ever? I'll have that and the latest on our messy winter storm coming up.
Save up to 50% off this month on select Serta Simmons and Vispring mattresses during our model closeout sale. This is the time to start sleeping better and to save money. Our knowledgeable sleep professionals make buying a mattress a pleasant experience. Come visit us at Burlington Mattress.
Road safety is a growing concern in Vermont. At Heritage Toyota, we're proud that the all-new Toyota RAV4 comes with optional blind spot monitoring. By illuminating a warning signal on the outside mirror, the blind spot monitor, in conjunction with the rear cross-traffic alert feature, help identify vehicles that you may not see when changing lanes or backing out of a parking space. Just one of the ways we're proud that Toyota helps make your safety a priority. For more about our commitment and our safety program in schools, visit heritagetoyotasafety.com.
Vermont is a great place to live. By supporting small businesses like the Lighting House, you're making a commitment to your community. Visit the Lighting House at vermontlightinghouse.com and take advantage of everything Vermont has to offer. Always buy Vermont first.
Experience the excitement at Kodo Japanese Steakhouse. Incredible chefs put on a delightful show at the hibachi tables right before your eyes. Choose a delicious selection from our award-winning sushi bar with daily specials. Our full bar includes beer, wine, cocktails, and an extensive selection of premium sake. Check out the koi pond, always a hit with the kids. Throw your company party. Come celebrate your birthday. Or cozy up at a tatami table. Your visit to Kodo Japanese Steakhouse will be unforgettable.
The Channel 3 News is first.
We keep you informed about what matters now.
No matter where you are, there we are.
So you never miss a thing.
The Channel 3 News.
First in news.
On March 6th, the City of Burlington will be voting on a resolution that affects our Vermont Air National Guard. Pilots, their families, and concerned Burlington residents feel that the language on the ballot is deceiving and want you to know what you're really voting for. If you truly support the Vermont Air National Guard, then please vote no on item 6.
Don't be fooled.
Please vote no on question number 6.
To show the Guard our continued support. Thanks. Find the whole story on Facebook at Green Ribbons for the F-35.
Come in for a free interior design consultation this month. We have a great team of designers and wonderful furniture. By the time the birds are singing and the flowers are blooming, you can enjoy a fresh new look in your home. Come see why Burlington Furniture has been voted Best Furniture Store 8 years in a row.
Now your Max Advantage weather forecast with Sharon Meyer.
We hit a high of 50 degrees again today, but that was at midnight, shortly after midnight, and temperatures have been falling today. Right now, we have a temperature of 37 in Burlington, 34 over in Plattsburgh. Up in the Northeast Kingdom, we're looking at some low 30s, 32 in Newport, 34 in St. Johnsbury. Montpelier's reporting in at 34. We have a few 40s in the Upper Valley, like Springfield at 43 and 45 down in Bennington. Now, our temperatures during the afternoon, not quite as warm as where they were yesterday. Tomorrow, we're also looking at temperatures that are a little bit cooler, but still well above normal for this time of year. 34, still normal for daytime high. And those temperatures, while they're going to be closer over the weekend, still a few degrees above. And then we see those temperatures bounce back up towards the middle of next week. So the storm that is coming is not only going to be bringing some snow and some rain, it is also going to be bringing some very windy conditions, especially along the western slopes of the Green Mountains in our area. But when we look at this forecast wind map, we can see that it is really southern and coastal parts of New England that are going to get hammered the most. Wind gusts of 50, even 55 or even 60 miles per hour along the coast, and that is going to be continuing during the day on Friday. It will be dying down on Friday night. We'll see our winds begin to die down a little bit as well, and especially during the day on Saturday. We'll be seeing the conditions begin to settle down a little bit, although it is still going to be breezy. So here's what we're expecting. By 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, we are looking for some snow to have overspread across some of the southern and central parts of the region, so the morning commute might be a little bit slippery in some of these areas. You do notice we're looking at a bit of a mix through the Upper Valley and rain as you look across into New Hampshire, so obviously that is going to be keeping snowfall amounts down in those eastern areas. The snow continues to spread up into the north. We'll be seeing a little bit of snow. It's not going to last all that long up here in some of the northern sections, but it's going to continue to pile up down here in places like Rutland, Killington. Probably going to be getting in on some snow, and certainly across some of the western parts of New York State as well, central and western areas. So this is where the winter storm warnings are in effect. We have winter weather advisories, 3 to 5 inches shaded in blue here. We're also looking for 5 to 10 across the southernmost counties, except east of the Green Mountains in the Upper Valley, where again we're going to be running into a little bit more of that messy mix. So the forecast tomorrow, we're going to see a mix of rain and snow spreading from south on up into the north, and that's going to be continuing during the afternoon. Those of you in the Northeast Kingdom are probably going to be seeing the least out of this storm system. And that storm is going to pinwheel down and bring that moisture out down across the south as well. Saturday, there may be a lingering few flurries here and there. Temperatures will start off the day in the upper 20s to near 30 degrees. And then during the afternoon, mostly cloudy skies. We're still looking at a couple of degrees above normal for Saturday. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday looking like some pretty nice days, especially if you're a maple sugar, with temperatures getting back into the 40s during the day, overnight lows in the 20s. And then towards the middle of next week, we are watching another storm system that stands a chance of bringing us a little bit of a mix of rain and snow, but the bulk of that storm also looks like it's going to be staying to our south.
You're right, that's perfect maple conditions right there.
Yes.
Sharon, thank you so much.
Tense moments at a high school in the state of Georgia.
A teacher with a loaded gun prompts a lockdown.
I knocked on the door, put my key in the door a little bit to open it like that, got it to maybe about like that, and he slammed it closed.
Plus, investigators say they now know who sent suspicious white powder to the president's son.
And KFC without gravy? Well, some stores are seeing a shortage.
A super senior with a super love story.
So I decided I wanted him.
Ready to find the home you've always wanted? Before you start your search, make sure to visit the WCAX Vermont Realty page. The Vermont Realty page is where you'll find the best realtors to help in your search, mortgage specialists to get you pre-approved financing, and most importantly, people who will help you move. You'll even find articles on what's happening in the real estate market. And it's all in one place. Just go to WCAX.com, click on the Vermont Realty tab, and begin the search for your home today.
Real members are saving real money on auto insurance through AAA.
I was pretty shocked to find out that I was going to save $400 with AAA. I thought that it was going to be much more expensive.
With AAA, I saved $300 a year.
When you're trying to raise a family and in this economy, it's really nice to be able to save.
I would pay more for this level of customer service, but with AAA, I don't have to.
At AAA, saving money matters to our members, so it matters to us. Switch, and you could save an average of $447 on auto insurance. That could be hundreds better than Geico, State Farm, even Allstate.
I have my house insurance. I have my car insurance. It was a no-brainer for me to go with AAA.
Oh, I love AAA so much because it's enabled us to do other things with that money.
With AAA, we love the customer service.
And the price.
I'm glad I switched. What are you waiting for?
Join the thousands who are saving. Call 877-834-6662 for your free quote. AAA Insurance. So easy, so smart, so switch.
Sunday, March 11th, the Franklin Volunteer Fire Department's all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast returns one last time to the Franklin Elementary School. Help them celebrate their 24th and final true Vermont all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast buffet with bacon, sausage, ham, eggs, potatoes, and much, much more. Doors open at 7 a.m. and it ends just after noon. Enter into their 50-50 raffle and have a chance to win cash or a chainsaw. Compliments of Hulse Auto Sales. For full details, go to franklinvermont.com.
Every Toyota RAV4, even our least expensive model, has advanced safety features included, like pre-collision system, lane departure alert, dynamic radar cruise control, and auto high beams. With Honda CR-V, similar advanced safety features are not included on its least expensive all-wheel drive model, forcing you to pay $2,500 more than RAV4 to get just some of the features. Toyota RAV4 with advanced safety features included. Toyota, let's go places.
Here at New England Coffee, we know you count on that first sip. You count on best friends. And you count on each other. Our lives are marked by moments, and you want to make all of them count. So you count on New England Coffee. We've roasted our premium coffee the same time-tested way for over 100 years right here in New England, so you can count on every delicious cup being just what you counted on. New England Coffee. Count on every cup.
Counselors are available for high school students in North Georgia after a shot was fired in a classroom.
No one was hurt, but a popular teacher is now facing charges. Laura Podesta reports.
Classes are canceled again at Dalton High School in North Georgia while police investigate why a teacher allegedly fired a shot in his classroom. Around 11:30 Wednesday morning, Jesse Randall Davidson locked the door to his social studies room and refused to let anybody in, including his students and the principal.
I knocked on the door, put my key in the door a little bit to open it like that, got it to maybe about like that, and he slammed it closed.
Principal Steve Bartu said Davidson was also making nonsensical noises. He ordered Dalton High School to lock down.
It was shortly after that I heard a gunshot.
The bullet went through a classroom window, but nobody was hit. Police say the school's resource officer persuaded the 53-year-old teacher to surrender.
Very, very proud of this officer and everything that he did.
Records obtained by CBS News show in 2016, Davidson went to police to confess to having someone killed. He also said he was on several different medications for depression and was thinking about hurting himself. Police could not verify his claims and sent him to a hospital. Some students returning for their belongings Thursday are still uneasy.
Today, if they would have said we have school, I would have not gone either way. And tomorrow, I doubt I'm going to go. I was scared.
Dalton High School's principal describes Davidson as an excellent teacher who was fit to be at work. Gloria Podesta, Channel 3 News.
Police say the letter of white powder sent to Donald Trump Jr. and his wife was sent by a Massachusetts man. Daniel Frisello was arrested today. Federal authorities say he also sent similar letters to 4 other people, including a senator in Michigan. The letter to the president's son was opened by Vanessa Trump on February 12th. She called 911 and reported she was coughing and feeling nauseous. She was hospitalized briefly. It turned out to be cornstarch.
Texas Wesleyan University has fired baseball coach Mike Jeffcoat over a politically charged email he sent to a recruit in Colorado. Jeffcoat said in the email he no longer recruits from Colorado, where marijuana is legal, because Colorado athletes had trouble passing drug tests. The coach then wrote, quote, "You can thank your liberal politicians." University President Fred Slabak commented Thursday on Jeffcoat's firing.
That we do not discriminate on the basis of race, ethnicity, gender identity, sexual orientation, or the state from which a student hails.
The university's president also said the school has reached out to that recruit and said the university would be happy to have him as a student.
Well, check out this scary scene in Washington State. A truck driver seriously injured after 2 logging trucks crashed this morning. Logs from one of the trucks smashed through the windshield of the other. Thankfully, that truck driver is expected to survive.
The gravy train screeches to a halt at KFC. The fast food chain announced Wednesday that UK restaurants are reporting a gravy shortage. The company said in a statement that it's working hard to fix the problem. The shortage is being blamed on distribution chain and operational issues. It comes just after a chicken shortage forced the temporary closure of hundreds of stores in the UK just last week. Well, still ahead, raising awareness of rare diseases in our Health Watch.
Plus, got an empty belly? Well, just visit Thelma. The super senior has a way of filling stomachs and warming hearts.
Hold on to your boots. Dickies has got just the thing for you adventurous types. Introducing the jalapeno cheddar spicy pulled pork sandwich. Slow smoked pork with spicy sauce, cheddar, and jalapenos for a limited time, so giddy on up. Come on and see us or visit dickies.com.
It's here, the Burlington Home Show, March 3rd and 4th at the DoubleTree by Hilton Conference Center. See hundreds of booths of the finest products and services for your home just in time for spring. Are you looking for the best builder? Do you need a top remodeler? You'll find them all at the Home Show. From kitchens and baths, walkways to windows to a new home or addition, the Home Show is the place to be. Plus, don't miss the special appearance of Wicked Tuna's Captain Paul Hebert and First Mate Rick Straft on Saturday from 12 to 3. The Burlington Home Show, March 3rd and 4th at the DoubleTree by Hilton Conference Center, where dreams for your home come to life.
Welcome to Sticks and Stuff, located in Derby, Vermont. I'm here to let you in on a little-known secret. This is the largest locally owned lumber and home center in the state, with top brands like Benjamin Moore Paint, Best Tool, a Marvin window and door gallery, and a full kitchen, bath, and flooring showroom. Weber Grills, the best lumber delivery system you'll find anywhere, with same-day site delivery. Vermont's largest locally owned lumber and home center is Sticks and Stuff. located right here in Derby, Vermont.
The pick and shovel ain't the only wicked, wonderful part of the Northeast Kingdom.
2% of the population of the world has ever tasted real maple syrup.
Every time we light that fire, there's a half a dozen people here. Seems like cooler's boiling. Let's go. You know,
everybody's laughing and
hooping and hollering.
You see that sack coming in, it's like, wow.
Best thing is the smell. My sugaring was I took a box of beer, we sat down, we told lies.
Now, I don't give a if he put white amber golden on it. I want fancy, and that's what I've got.
It's Ashley Home Store's huge Spring into Style sale. Hurry in and save with up to 20% off or enjoy up to 60 months no interest for a limited time. Shop and save today at Ashley Home Store in Berlin and Williston. This is home.
Tonight, don't miss Steven's take on the day's news.
First, what? Second, huh?
Plus, Jeff Daniels, all new tonight.
Hold on to your boots. Dickies has got just the thing for you adventurous types. Introducing the jalapeno cheddar spicy pulled pork sandwich. Slow smoked pork with spicy sauce, cheddar, and jalapenos for a limited time, so giddy on up. Come on and see us or visit dickies.com.
A disease is considered rare if it affects fewer than 200,000 people.
Kenneth Craig has the heartwarming story of one mother who is fighting to bring her son's condition out of the shadows.
What's that? Sandra Sermoni is a mother on a mission, determined to learn everything she can about her 10-year-old son's rare disease.
He has brain abnormalities, heart abnormalities. He had feeding problems. You know, he had gross motor, fine motor, oral motor delays.
How come? Good. Tony was born with ADNP syndrome, an autism-related genetic disorder so rare that 4 years ago, only 10 other cases in the world had been diagnosed, and there was only one study about the disorder.
Read that publication probably 50 times, and I ended up saying, I need to find these 10 parents.
You didn't waste any time before you took matters into your own hands.
Nope. Can you squeeze?
Sermoni created her own database, website, and patient registry, which has now identified 150 other children with the same syndrome.
Look at what they're doing!
Recently, some of those families met face to face.
Very emotional. You know, a lot of the times you feel you're alone as a parent.
To be in this room with all these children and parents who are living what we have been through is heartwarming and amazing.
After connecting with Sermoni, researchers at Mount Sinai Hospital are launching a new study on the rare disease.
Trying to figure out the biology of this disorder and other similar disorders so that we can come up with new drugs that are targeted to the disorder.
Sermoni has even authored 5 research papers with her own findings.
I mean, even if it's not for Tony, if one family, if one day they can make this stop or find out what's causing it, it'll all be worth it.
A mother turned researcher who says she won't give up until there's a cure. Kenneth Craig, Channel 3 News, New York.
Well, there is a powerful storm heading for the Northeast. It is going to be much worse along coastal parts of New England and up around the Boston area, up through coastal Maine. As far as we are concerned, we're going to be looking for the northern fringes of this storm to be moving into our region overnight tonight. We're looking for snow across the western areas and back across New York State. We're looking for a little bit of a mix east of the Green Mountains and rain through the upper valley and parts of New Hampshire. So obviously there's going to be a big range in how much snowfall we can expect. We may see 6, 8, 9 inches of snow in places like Killington, back across parts of New York State, whereas parts of the eastern region where they're seeing a lot of rain will see next to nothing. Now, that is going to be tapering off on Saturday. We may see a lingering snow flurry or perhaps a little sprinkle here and there. And then on Sunday, we expect to see a pretty nice day. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s across northern areas. We have a few low 40s from central Vermont on down into the southern counties. Early next week, we're also looking for some beautiful weather. There is another storm system that's heading our way towards the middle of the week. We have a little bit of a warm-up. We can see the jet stream is going to be up above, soaring across us north of the Canadian border, so that will allow those temperatures to be a little bit above normal, and that means a little bit of a messy mix as we head into the middle of the week. Again, that's another storm system that looks like the bulk of it is going to be staying south.
All right, Sharon, thank you. Well, still ahead, meet a super senior who makes sure no one goes hungry at bingo.
Plus, meet a Vermonter getting ready to take on the Paralympic Games.
If you're dreaming of a new home, Vecto Homes in Montpelier can make your dreams a reality. Representing more than 8 brands of manufactured and modular homes, Vecto Homes has the ability to offer you a variety of floor plans, options, and features at a competitive price. Your new home can be built in as little as 5 weeks, so you don't have to wait long for the moments that matter. Find the floor plan and the options you want delivered quickly at the right price. That's the home you've been dreaming of at Vecto Homes. Top-notch customer service you deserve.
What's the advantage of using the Advantage card from Price Chopper and Market 32? How about thousands of deals and thousands of low prices? Like this weekly special, 6-ounce containers of fresh blueberries or blackberries, just $1.99. And 24 packs of Pepsi, $3.99 each when you buy 3, with coupon and card. Enjoy these savings and thousands more. The Advantage card. Everyone loves to save at Price Chopper and Market 32.
The 13th Annual Great Upstate Boat Show kicks off this weekend at Adirondack Sports Complex in Queensbury. And if you've been thinking about buying a boat or trading up to a newer model, you don't want to miss this show. It's the best 3 days of the year to save. For more information, visit greatupstateboatshow.com.
Want to customize your home? Talk to Todd in the Superstore's newly remodeled electronics department.
That's right, Doug. We offer a full range of home connectivity solutions, like custom audio-video systems, integration of smartphones and tablets into a whole home audio-video experience, from design to installation, service to financing.
Home connectivity solutions make the Superstore the home of great service, super selection, and low prices.
I get up with the sun, and I go until the sun goes down. I've got to get my big tractor, got 3 flat tires. People are coming to pick up compost, get my eggs, move the sheep, redo fences, clean out the barn, build a compost pile. One thing at a time, just keep going. Oh, come on now. One at a time, one at a time.
The clock is ticking on your chance to get a great deal.
Try delicious deli food. With today's Jump On It deal, get $15 towards your deli order at Bakersfield Village Deli for only $7.50.
For great deals every day, head over to myjumponit.com.
Super Seniors is sponsored by Lenny's Shoe and Apparel.
Lenny's is proud to announce our 2018 Boots and Beer lineup.
Boots and beer.
Sample free local beer. Support Special Olympics Vermont and New York. Enter to win Lenny's gear. 100% of proceeds will be donated to Special Olympics Vermont and New York. Join us for Boots and Beer at Lenny's, February 23rd in Williston, March 23rd in Plattsburgh, March 30th in Barron.
Thelma Underwood is a no-nonsense kind of woman.
Yeah, for sure. But the super senior found a soft spot for one special man. Here's Joe Carroll with the story.
It's a weekly ritual. Every Wednesday, Thelma Underwood and Roland Theriault journey to the VFW in Brattleboro. They brought dinner. It's hot and it's home cooked.
Hi, Connie. Hi, Joe.
Soup and casserole for a hungry crowd who will be arriving later to play bingo. For years, Thelma prepared the meals by herself.
Yeah.
Now the 92-year-old has helpers.
Priscilla and Sheila are my main people.
Her main man, though, is Roland. They aren't hitched, but they're definitely a couple. Both were married before.
He's a keeper?
Oh, yeah. After 13 years, I'm going to keep him.
Oh. They met at the VFW decades ago under different circumstances. Let's just say they didn't feel the love.
He didn't like me.
He didn't like you?
He said we can't say it on television, what he thought I was.
Does it start with a B?
Yeah.
It was an argument about Roland bringing in outside food.
I just want to hug a star.
But it was Thelma's best friend, Rosemary Hazelton, who arranged an end to the food fight.
So you're the reason?
I guess so. I started the whole thing.
Rosemary had known Roland for years and thought he was a nice guy. So one day at the club, Rosemary approached Roland. Thelma was there too.
I said, how about taking me to Hawaii, honey?
And he just said, sure, we'll go. Well, then she said, then I decided he might be kind of fun.
So I decided I wanted him.
They're cute together.
And I went after him.
They've been inseparable ever since.
I got to check my oven. We both need someone. When you're older, you need somebody. How's the casserole coming?
An hour before the meal, hungry bingo players trickle in. And for many, it's their only night out.
Where can you get a hot dish and a piece of pie for $6?
About 60 people will play. Thelma isn't one of them.
People who play bingo eat.
The volunteer is too busy running the kitchen.
Yeah, everything's Thelma's way.
Does Roland know that?
Yeah, he doesn't pay attention either.
Roland will be back to help pack up. Thelma has no intention of laying down the ladle, but realizes the other women will have to take over someday.
The old gray mares, they ain't what they used to be.
Oh, you're still kicking.
In Brattleboro, Joe Carroll.
The food's disappearing fast.
Channel 3 News.
Those always just make me smile.
I know. How awesome. Well, the 2018 Winter Olympics, of course, in the books, but another top competition is set to begin next week in South Korea.
It's the Paralympic Winter Games. Sports Director Mike McCune recently met a member of Team USA.
Yeah, an amazing opportunity indeed. Dan Knosson is a two-time Paralympian who is driven to test his limits both physically and mentally. I caught up with Dan at the Craftsbury Outdoor Center. The sport of biathlon requires both physical endurance and sharp mental focus. Dan Knosson has been honing those skills his entire life and will put them to the test when he competes in the 2018 Paralympic Winter Games, which begin next week in Pyeongchang, South Korea.
It's a huge honor anytime you get to wear a uniform representing the U.S. This is something I've been training for a while.
But before Dan represented the U.S., he served it. A graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy, Knosson was a Navy SEAL. And while serving as a platoon commander for SEAL Team 1 in Afghanistan in September of 2009, Knosson stepped on an IED and was wounded in the explosion. The incident caused Knosson to lose both his legs just above the knee. He was awarded both a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star with Valor from the Secretary of Navy for his service in combat.
After my injury, I was in D.C. for a couple years, going through physical therapy and rehabilitation and learning how to walk on prosthetics. And then that's when I was introduced to Paralympic sports. And from there, initially it was a way to get in the woods and cover distance and be mobile, and then I naturally progressed towards racing.
Knosson took to the challenge right away. He competed in his first World Championships in 2011 and his first Paralympic Winter Games in 2014 in Sochi, racing in both Nordic skiing and biathlon. His best finish there, a 6th in cross-country sprint. And last month, Knosson won 3 gold medals at the U.S. Nationals.
I'm sliding into this Pyeongchang Games under the radar, yet I know that I'm skiing faster than ever before.
And if training for a world-class athletic competition wasn't hard enough during the week, Dan is commuting back down to his home in Boston to continue work on his master's degree from Harvard.
I'm in my final of 3 years at the Harvard Kennedy and Divinity schools. My concentration is in religion, ethics, and politics. I really am enjoying the mind and body blend of being a graduate student and a Paralympic athlete.
Being a Paralympian has not only allowed Knosson to continue to challenge himself athletically, but also to see the world in a way he did not expect.
One of the great things about being on the Paralympic team is that it's really opened my eyes to the incredible stories of people that have disabilities from other countries. To be honest, before my injury, disability issues were not even anywhere near the front of my consciousness. So I would think, have become a more well-rounded person after being injured.
During parts of each of the past 2 winters, Knosson has commuted between Boston and the Craftsbury Outdoor Center to train. This past weekend, he was wrapping up a 5-week stretch of such round trips before leaving for the Winter Games. Dan feels he is peaking at the right time and credits the team at Craftsbury for making it possible.
It's so worth my time to come up to Craftsbury. The staff here is just so accommodating, and I'm skiing faster than I ever have before. And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter whether I medal or not. I know that's what kind of the focus ends up being on is medals, but that doesn't really matter. I just want to go and see what I as an individual can do, and as well as part of a team.
Dan leaves for South Korea tomorrow. His first medal event, which will be in biathlon, is set for Saturday, March the 10th. Well, coming up for the second year in a row, the America East Men's Basketball Awards are awash in green and gold.
Coming up, a blizzard and flooding in the west, a bomb cyclone in the east, where travel will be at its worst. Plus, the president announces new tariffs, how the move is affecting stocks and foreign relations. Coming up at the CBS Evening News with Jeff Moore.
Looks like you're not sleeping well.
Yeah. How did you know? Hey, Megan!
What? Hey! You're that guy.
The My Pillow guy.
That's right, and I'm here to help you get the best sleep of your lives. Oh, you have a down pillow. Here's the problem with down pillows. You lay there, you feel comfortable, and guess what? It goes down, and you got one bent neck. So this pillow's no good, and I see you sleeping on memory foam.
Right.
Well, I'll show you what's wrong with that idea.
Okay.
Sleep's all about too high or too low, and I'm going to show you where your comfort level would be.
So, you know, that feels better.
Right, that's better, but I'm not going to sit and hold this all day. So every morning you're getting up like, you know, it's not good. Just like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. I had tried every pillow out there and none of them worked. That's why I invented My Pillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck aligned. My Pillow will hold its shape all night long, regardless of your sleep position, for the best sleep of your life.
It feels great to wake up in the morning and feel well rested. It's shocking to me that a pillow could make this big of a difference in my life.
I make all my pillows in my home state of Minnesota, and I back them with my 60-day money-back guarantee. My Pillow has a 10-year warranty, and it's machine washable and dryable. Sleep is one of the most important things to your health, and My Pillow is one of the most important things to your sleep.
Call or go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code and save over 50% with Mike's 4-pack. You'll get 2 My Pillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. It's one of his best offers ever.
You're sleeping better.
Much better.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
It's only a good deal if it's a good product. It's only a good deal if it's a good product.
It's back. The Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale.
You can't break it and it won't wear out. It has a lifetime warranty on it. There's so many different styles.
Closeout deals direct from Flex Steel. 20% off almost everything Flex Steel makes. Free financing. It's going to be big.
Now is the best time to buy Flex Steel. When they sell to us for less, we can sell to you for less.
Welcome to the Xfinity store. I can tell you about
taking your DVR shows anywhere, like on a pony.
Yeah, and
Xfinity Internet. It's so fast.
And you can save by
getting up to 5 mobile lines included.
Whoa, you're good.
I'm just getting started.
Simple, easy, awesome. Get started with Xfinity TV, Internet, and voice for $79.99 a month and upgrade for twice the speed free for 2 years. Plus, you can add X1 DVR service free for a year. Click, call, or visit us today.
With the regular season in the books, the UVM men's basketball team heads towards the America East tournament with the regular season title and top seed already in hand. But when you're as successful as the Cats have been as a team, that tends to help when the voting for individual awards, and this year it certainly was. America East revealed its postseason awards this afternoon, and the Cats were all over the place. Head coach John Becker picked as co-coach of the year alongside Hartford's John Gallagher. It's the third time Becker has won the league's top bench boss award. 6 Vermont players were also honored, including 6th Man of the Year Cam Ward and America East Player of the Year Trey Bell-Haynes, both picking up those awards for the second time in the year, in their careers. Trey Bell-Haynes getting back-to-back honors. Ernie Duncan and Drew Arkhart were named to the second-team All-Conference. Duncan earned a spot on the league's All-Defensive team as well. Peyton Henson made the third team, and freshman Steph Smith a spot on the All-Rookie squad. Truly impressive haul, but the Cats say it's all about the team's success.
I said this earlier. I think the team success is the reason that we're winning all these awards. Me, Cam, Coach Becker, Ernie, everybody. I think without the team and without the way we've been playing and been able to pile up wins, I wouldn't have this award. So it's as much as a team award as it is myself.
Yeah, again, another great regular season, and with that come the spoils of some postseason awards, and all well deserved. I know that each and every one of them would trade it in for the ultimate prize, which will be next week, and so we're looking forward to the playoffs.
And speaking of the playoffs, UVA men's hockey team opens the postseason tonight on the road. Ice Cats are in Amherst to take on UMass in the 8-9 matchup in the first round of the Hockey's playoffs. The Minutemen took 3 points in a 2-game set in Burlington back in January. This is game 1 of a best of 3, and we'll have the highlights coming up at 11 o'clock. So we're hitting that time of year. Of course, high school playoffs, a break tonight, and then quarterfinal action tomorrow and Saturday in girls basketball and boys and girls hockey.
Busy time of year.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Let's check on the weather.
All right, we've got a bit of a messy storm our way tomorrow. Lesser amounts here in the north. Those of you in some of the central and southern areas like Rutland County may see several inches of accumulation. East of those areas, it's going to be mixing with rain, so there's a little bit of everything spread all the way around. We're going to be busy tomorrow, keeping track of everything that's going on.
By the looks.
Yes.
Sharon, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Have a great night.
Good night.
There are lots of creative ways to get through a Vermont winter. But what if there was a smarter way to do it? What if a few simple changes could keep your energy costs down without you having to bundle up? Efficiency Vermont can help with innovative ideas to make your home more efficient and reduce your energy bills. They're easy to do, and we can even help you pay for them. It's good for your home, and it's great for the home we share. Efficiency Vermont. When you get a little help from us, Vermont gets a lot of help from you.
Every Toyota Highlander comes with Toyota's Safety Sense Standard, giving you at no additional cost pre-collision system with pedestrian detection function, lane departure alert, dynamic radar cruise control, and auto high beams. We like to think of it as our family of advanced safety features designed to help protect your family. The all-wheel drive Highlander with Toyota's Safety Sense. It's our family working for yours. Toyota, let's go places.
I've reported on our political leaders at Channel 3 for years. Now I'm right at the heart of the action, Washington, D.C. With direct access to our senators and congressmen, I'll be able to tell you what's happening in our nation's capital first.
Following the story from home to Washington and back, only the Channel 3 News has experienced local reporters following our leaders in Washington.
Be sure to catch me, Kyle Madura, weekly on the Channel 3 News. First in news.
The way and the what, they come from the where. Which do you prefer, cold toes or wet hair? And if you and I, we could only choose one, it would not be the same, it would be close by a ton. Like the turn that you made or his favorite band's name, we are what we choose, and it's never the same. When you play outside, no matter the weather, what sets you apart is what brings us together. Visit jpeakresort.com/deals to get $200 of vacation extras.
Get the Max Weather Advantage with the